it's Barbara. Welcome back to Wiki Design. Today we're going to do a tutorial that I get asked a lot, and that is how do I insert my own images into a mockup? So basically turning this into that. This is actually not that hard to do, and by the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to create templates that will help you level up your marketing game. So let's just get right into the tutorial. The first thing that you'll want to do is download a stock image. There are a lot of different places to download free stock photos. Two sites that I like are Unsplash, shown here, and Pexels, shown here. Both of these sites have really beautiful images that you can download for free, and they aren't those cheesy ones that you sometimes see. They actually look really nice and professional, so I definitely recommend both these sites. Another thing that I like about these two sites is that they have collections of photos, so you can download multiple photos that are taken at like different angles of the same room. So that makes your marketing look more cohesive because it has the same lighting, the same elements in it, and it just gives it a more cohesive look. So I definitely recommend these two websites for free stock photography. But like I said, there are plenty of places where you can download images. Now once you have your image downloaded, you will open it up in Photoshop. I've selected this image here. Let me just zoom out so you can see the full thing. I think it looks pretty nice. And what we're going to do is insert our screenshot into this area here. So the first thing that I want to do is actually draw some guides around this box here. So I'm just going to zoom up by hitting Command plus. That will zoom up. If you're on a Windows machine, it's Control plus. And then we're going to just draw some guides. So this is the rulers palette. If you don't have this showing, just hit Command R and then it will show and hide your rulers. So then we're just going to drag this down so it goes around the box. And this will just make it a little bit easier to do the next step of the process, which is to go to our rectangle tool and then draw the rectangle inside the box that we've just created with our guides. Now we're going to go over to our layers palette and we're going to right click on this rectangle layer and then hit convert to smart object. What this will do is allow us to insert our screenshot into just the rectangle. We'll get into that a little bit later, but that's what this is doing by converting it to a smart object. I'm going to hide my guides now by hitting Command and then the colon key that shows and hides the guides. And then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Distort, because what we need to do now is make this so it fits perfectly within this box. So it's not a perfect rectangle. We need to distort it a little bit in order to fit. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more, and then I'm going to just drag over my rectangle corners so that it fits within the screen. Just go up to the top, make sure that lines up. On the left-hand side. Okay, now we'll hit return to apply those changes. And if we zoom out, you can see now we have a rectangle that fits perfectly within what used to be there. So if we hide this, you can see. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is take a screenshot. So I'm going to go back to my Chrome browser and I'm just going to pull up our home page because that's what I'll insert into this screenshot. You can take a regular screenshot or you can use this cool browser extension for Chrome that I like called Go Full Page. What this does is it creates a screenshot of the entire page. So depending on what you're doing in Photoshop, this might be really useful. I use this tool all the time. I definitely recommend it. It's a completely free extension and it's really cool. So then once you have your screenshot ready, you'll just open that up in Photoshop. So we have our screenshot up here. I'm just going to hit Command A to select all and then Command C to copy the image. Now we're going to go back to the image that we've created with the rectangle and we're going to go over to the layers palette again and just click this rectangle so it shows up. What we're going to do now is hit Command V to paste in our screenshot. Now we have to obviously adjust it so that it fits a little bit. So we're just going to go to the Move tool and I always have my transform controls showing. If you don't have them showing, you can click this checkbox and it will show. This just makes it a little bit easier. I think it's just nice to have them always on, but it's really a matter of personal preference. But we're going to now adjust this, scale it down so that it fits within the rectangle that we have. So we'll just do that. Just need to go a little bit more. And then we'll we'll shift everything up so that it fits in there. Hit return to apply the changes. Now we're going to hit Command S to save this. So this is just saving the rectangle portion. Now we're going to go back to our image, and you can see now the screenshot is in there. That's pretty cool, right? It didn't take that long to do. So now all we have to do is just save this out as a JPEG. So you can just go to File, Save As, and then save it as a JPEG. Now you can use that image on whatever you want. So you just save that out, and you can use it in multiple different marketing materials. So it's really cool and pretty fast to do. Now what's really great about this is that we can now save this whole file, this working file, as a Photoshop document, so we can reuse this over and over again. So we can open this image and put a different screenshot in this area by just clicking on that smart object and pasting in something new. So it really does save time in the long run. If you have multiple files like this, you can open these up, create your smart object, and put new screenshots in whenever you want. It does save a lot of time in the long run. This is why I really like Photoshop for these types of graphics, because you can create these templates instead of having to do everything from scratch every time. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and you can create graphic. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to receive notifications whenever we post a new video. Bye!